Hello students, welcome to Kasam Academy. Today I am going to explain about different types of insect eggs, different types of larvae and pupa. First, we have to see different types of eggs. It is the first stage of the development of all insects, and majority of the insects are oviparous, that means they lay eggs. Egg stage is inconspicuous, inexpensive and inactive stage. Yolk contained in the egg supports the embryonic development, and these eggs are laid under conditions where the food is available for feeding of the future young ones, because the young ones which are coming out from the egg need to have the immediate food or energy support. That's why the adult female generally lays these eggs wherever the food source is available, and eggs are laid either individually or in groups. The outer protective shell of the egg is called as chorion. Near the anterior end of the egg, there is a small opening called as micropyle, which allows the sperm entry for fertilization. The size and shape of the insect eggs may vary widely. Now we will see different types of eggs. First, here in the image you can see the sculptured egg, and here on the egg you can see ridge like markings. For example, this is the egg of the castor butterfly, and in the second image here you can see an elongated egg which is in cigar shape, just like a shape of cigarette. So this is the egg of sorghum shoot fly. And the third image you can see the rounded egg. The egg is spherical and globular in shape. This is the egg of citrus butterfly. So these all three different types of eggs, these are singly laid. That means one egg is laid at one place. So these are not in groups. Here in this image you can see the nit, the egg of the head louse. The next type of egg is egg with a float. So this egg is boat shaped with a conspicuous float on either side. You can see in the figure the egg consists on lateral side, it has an expanded sides, and this expansion serve as a float which help in floating over the water. For example, this type of egg you can see in case of Anopheles mosquito. Now we will see the eggs which are laid in groups. First kind of eggs are pedicellate eggs. These are the eggs which are laid on the stalks. These stalks are about 1.5 millimeter, and for example you can see in the image which are the eggs of green lacewing. And next type of eggs are barrel shaped eggs. These are also the eggs which are laid in the groups. Generally these look like miniature batteries. They have been deposited compactly and arranged in masses. And for example, these type of eggs are laid by stink bugs. In this image you can see the ootheca of the cockroach. In the ootheca, eggs are deposited in a chitinous brown capsule in which these are arranged on either side. And next image you can see the egg pod. This egg pod is generally laid by the grasshoppers. Grasshoppers, what they will do, they will secrete a fatty material in that it will deposit the egg masses, and the fatty material, it acts like a egg case. Next type of egg is egg case. Generally, mantids deposit their eggs on the twigs in a foamy secretion called as spumarine, which eventually hardens and forms the egg case. And inside this, the eggs are arranged in the form of rows in different chambers. And next type of eggs is egg mass. Moths generally lay eggs in the form of groups or in the form of mass, and generally the moths have an anal tuft of hairs at the end of the abdomen. After laying of eggs, what these moths will do means these will keep these anal tuft of hairs over the surface of the eggs in order to protect. Example, rice stem borer. Next type of eggs is egg graft. This type of eggs we can see in case of Culex mosquitoes. The eggs are laid in a compact mass. Generally each mass contains 200 to 300 eggs, and we call it as egg graft in water. In this slide you can see all different types of eggs which are arranged in groups. First is ootheca, second is egg graft, and in the middle you can see the stalked eggs, and at the bottom you can see the eggs of beetles. In this image you can see the mass of eggs which are laid by the housefly. Next type of immature stage is nymph and larva, and generally we have to know the difference between the nymph and the larva. Larva we generally see in case of endotergote insects which undergo holometamorphosis. That means 4 life stages are present in the insect life cycle. And nymph we see in case of exopterygote insect and which undergo hemimetamorphosis. That means we see only 3 different types of life stages. And the body of larva is vermiform, which differs from that of adult in both structure and in the behavior habits like feeding, whereas the nymph body resembles similar to adult in all characters except in the development of wings. And in case of larva contains the ocelli are reduced and antennae are reduced in case of larva, but in nymph these are very well developed. And in case of larva possess both thoracic and abdominal legs, but nymph possess only thoracic legs. And larva is different from adult in feeding and behavior, and larva have the pupal stage, whereas in case of nymph resemble to the adult, but this does not undergo any pupal stage. Example of the larva, these orders of Lepidoptera and Diptera. And example of nymph includes the order Orthoptera. Now we will see different types of larva based on the morphological development and possession of legs. These are classified into different types, which are protopod, oligopod, polypod, and last one is apodous larva. First we will see protopod type of larva. Generally we see in endoparasitic hymenopterans, and here the larva emerge from the egg during the very early embryonic stage in which the yolk material is very less. The larvae are partially developed. They possess well developed head and thoracic segments but lack segmentation in case of abdomen. They possess very rudimentary cephalic and thoracic appendages but no abdominal appendages. They have partially developed digestive and underdeveloped respiratory and nervous systems. And second type of larva is oligopod larva. Here these are characterized by the presence of well developed thoracic legs and head capsule and without any abdominal legs. And these oligopod larvae is also 2 types based on the shape of the body. First one is campodiform and second is scarabiform type of larva. And now we will see what is campodiform and scarabiform type of larva. Here first we will see campodiform larva. Here larval body is elongate and somewhat flattened with very well sclerotized body. Head is prognathous, that means projected forward. Thoracic legs are long and antennae are well developed. Example of campodiform larva are larva of ladybird beetle and first instar larva of blister beetle. And second type is scarabiform. This type of larva is C-shape, as you can see in the image present at the right side. It is very stout and cylindrical body which is fleshy, and it is not very sclerotized. It is not sclerotized, and the thoracic legs are very small, not very well developed, and these are short, and the caudal processes are absent. The larvae is generally sluggish, that means it is not very active. Example is the grubs of white grub and dung beetle larva. And in this slide you can see all the differences which I have told earlier in between the campodiform and scarabiform type of larva. Next type of larva is polypod larva. This larva possesses well-defined segmentation on the body and has generally 3 pairs of thoracic legs. Along with the thoracic legs, it have generally 2 to 5 pairs of abdominal legs, and these are present on the segments 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 10th abdominal segments. This type of polypod larva include hairy caterpillar. Here the body of the insect is covered by hairs densely in the form of tufts, and these hairs cause irritation when we touch them. Example is red hairy caterpillar. And next larva is spongid larva. Here in this image you can see the larva have 5 pairs of abdominal legs on 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and last abdominal segment. And how we can identify this as spongid larva means on the 8th abdominal segment the dorsal surface of the body contains a horn-like structure, because of which we are calling it as spongid type of larva. And next type of polypod larva is looper. Here in the image you can see Diancha looper, in which you can see legs, abdominal type of legs are present only on 6th and last abdominal segment, whereas it has 3 pairs of thoracic legs. But abdominal legs are present only on 6th and last abdominal segments, and remaining legs are reduced, those are absent. That's why wherever the legs are absent, the insect is forming a loop while walking, because even if the body surface attaches the ground, in the absence of legs the body surface will get ruptured. That's why the insect will form a loop in order to prevent damage to the body. Next type of polypod larva is semilooper. Here in the image you can see Castus semilooper, in which the legs are present on 5th, 6th and 10th abdominal segments, and the 3rd and 4th abdominal segment legs are reduced. So whenever it is walking, this will form a small loop because only 2 legs have been reduced. In this slide we can see different types of polypod larva. And here next type of larva is apodous larva. This apodous larva is categorized into different types based on the development of head. If the head is very well developed and have mouth parts are functional, we call it as eucephalus. We can see in case of larva of mosquito. And if the head capsule is reduced and can be withdrawn into thorax and mandibles act vertically, we call it as hemicephalus type of larva. And this in case example is larva of horsefly and robberfly. And third type is acephalus, in which the head capsule is absent and mouth parts consist of a pair of protrusible curved hooks. And this type of larva example is maggot, that is larva of housefly. In this slide you can see different types of larvae: polypod, oligopod and apodous larvae. Now we will see different types of pupa. Generally pupa is a resting stage in case of holometabolous insects, and based on the presence and absence of mandibles, this pupa is categorized as dicteous and adicteous type of pupa. Based on the attachment of appendages to the body, this pupa is categorized as different types. First is exarate, next optect and coerectate and chrysalis type of pupa. First is optect type of pupa. Here you can see all the body appendages are fused together. Generally this kind of pupa we see in case of moths. Next kind of pupa is exarate type of pupa. Here in this pupa you can see all body appendages are loosely attached. They are not fused. Generally this kind of pupa we see in case of beetles. Third type of pupa is chrysalis pupa. Here the pupa is attached to the branch with the help of a stalk called as cremaster. Next type of pupa is coerectate type of pupa. Here you can see the pupa is enclosed in the last larval skin called as puparium, and this type of pupa generally we see in case of housefly. In this image we can see all different kinds of pupa, that is exarate, optect as well as coerectate type of pupa. Thank you.